Hello everyone and welcome back. Yes, I have a special surprise today. We're gonna be flying FSEconomy. Yeah, good old FSEconomy. Uh, I might start streaming this. I'm not too sure, to be honest. Uh, this is way more relaxing than any other flight. I usually I find a job. I just jump in a simulator and go, and having to stream takes a little bit actually much longer. So I'm still debating if I'm gonna bother streaming, but oh, I have them. Yeah, I guess. I used to have locked at 60 frames for when I'm not flying the Airbus, but I guess I ended up changing my mind and locking 30 frames for everything now. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Yeah, we got a job. I can show you guys the job. When I choose jobs, I'm not trying to get the most amount of money. I'm always search for stuff that I want to fly. I don't care as long as I don't lose money. I'm not as long as I don't lose money, I don't care. So yeah. So here's the job. As you guys can see here, we're gonna be leaving Revelstoke here in BC, going to MAGEE, Coeur d'Alene in Idaho, United States. It's gonna be I'm filing VFR, so we're flying the Piper Cherokee. Correction, Piper Comanche, the A2A simulations Piper Comanche. We already have set with we are renting wet just because the difference of price was wasn't worth it to get it dry. This is a user, FSEconomy user. It's not a server plane. So yeah, we got it set. Actually, if I reload here, yeah, there we go. 45 gallons, so 50% in the tanks. So we're ready to go. Let's get going because I don't want to lose. We have time for this kind of stuff. And there's another job that I want to do it today still, and I don't want to miss it. It's one of those flash VIP jobs, so they don't last long. Anyways, we're carrying 3 passengers. That's all it matters, and we have 50%. We have 50%, 45 gallons. This flight should take us 1 hour and 20 minutes roughly. It's actually gonna take us a little bit longer because we're doing VFR, and I want to fly over the water for a little bit until it's safe for us to climb. So I did all the calculations on ForeFlight, which is great for this kind of stuff. Unfortunately, I cannot show it to you guys, even though ForeFlight has a website section. I cannot afford to lose my my account on ForeFlight. That will be trouble. So I don't want to mess with Boeing. But yeah, we have everything set. But we do have something nice, which is our moving map. It's gonna be like a VFR version, so it should be pretty cool. Okay, let's get going. I want to get this done quick. Okay, if you're not familiar with A2A, A2A has a bunch of I'm gonna leave this open right away. A2A has a bunch of, just want to make sure it's cold and dark. Yeah, A2A has a bunch of screens here. Just want to make sure that everything's fine. Let's see if we can I don't even know if you can actually see it. Oh, nice, you can. Nah, we're good. I don't want to waste any more time, and I don't want to do a complete overhaul. That's for sure. So yeah, it's looking good. What I want is the walk around. There's one. It's hard for me to reach. So I know they're all gonna disappear once I go inside. Yeah, I knew it. Okay, just real quick, let's just take this. I just want to make sure the controller is set properly. It is. Okay, it's usually master switch on. That's what it was on my Piper Cherokee, the one that I had in real life rotating. I usually check fuel pumps. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Everything. So master switch on. Quantity check. We still have. Oh, actually, that's a good thing. I need to. We need to load this. I never remember. Yeah, there we go. So we're carrying 3 passengers. Doesn't matter. The guy can go on the back. And 50% fuel. So that means, oh, we're already at 50%. It's beautiful. There's just one thing. I think from what I remember, FSEconomy treats every passenger as 170 pounds. I could be wrong. We're gonna see once I connect FSEconomy. Well, you're not gonna see, but I'm gonna check here. Which we're gonna be doing pretty soon. But what it matters is we have 50%, 50%. So 30 gallons. Just want to make sure that that's what that this matches with FSEconomy's. Yeah. Oh no, he's saying 50% is 45 gallons. Oh, he's counting. I see. Okay. So we're doing 25. Okay, fair enough. We're still good. Doesn't matter. Just gonna have to double check on the passengers here after. So yeah, so this is good. Let's not waste the battery. Let's do our walk around real quick. So we hold here, we check. Everything's looking good. Check. All the connectors, everything's looking good. I think this is the tip tank. Yes, it is. Yeah, we have nothing in the tip. Oh, it's nice that it actually showed the passengers. Forgot about that. Inspect the lights. Lights are good. Let's take this untie and everything. Check fuel on the wing. It's funny that he doesn't let us drain. I don't know why. It's something, but I don't care. Not right now. Okay, looks good. Yeah, clean. Check oil. Yeah, we're still good. Check fuel. Good. Check our stall, our tab. Good. Pitot, and it's gonna be cold. We don't want to waste battery warming up pitot. I'm sure it's working. Hinges and everything looking good. Yeah, flaps look good. Yeah, static port. Good. Looks good. I wonder if they have different pictures when it doesn't look good. I always wonder that. I never seen anything bad but happening, but I wonder if there's actually a picture that will show not looking good. Oh, that's not the one that I want. There you go. This is the one that I want, and this is the one that I want. Okay, pre-flight complete. Passengers briefed. Yeah, we don't care about that. Seatbelts and shoulder harness good. Flaps up. We are, by the way, online on VATSIM. Sorry, I just forgot to open the chat here. I don't want that. Just give me 1 second. I have to sign in. There you go. Ring. Yeah. So seatbelt so flaps up, radios off, circuit breakers, everything's looking good. I don't know if they would also if they would show anything different. All electricals are off, autopilot's off, rotating beacon is on, always leave it on. Carb heat is off. Let me just reset here so he can read the throttle quadrant. Fuel selector, desired tank. Okay, and gear is down. We looked at that before. Oh, let me just move this up a little bit. Oh, it's you guys have the map. I forgot about it. Okay. So before we start, like I said, I don't try to go for max profit, only starting FSEconomy once I'm on the runway, like what people do. I don't do that. I do it like in real life. If we start the engine, we are paying for the rent. So it is what it is. We're gonna pay for taxi. We're gonna pay. I'm not playing. I don't play this to become millionaire. I play simulating like if you would have been in real life, kind of. Because when we're flying, well, we're gonna be flying VFR, so you guys are gonna see. VFR is it's anything is anything goes. So yeah. So network connected, everything's connected. Let's start the flight. Let's see what he says about the weight. Okay, so he's saying that we are 92 pounds too heavy. So let's take let's do the both girls 135, both ladies 135. We don't have any baggage, no. Oh, no, I didn't want that. Yeah, 135 is kind of... Okay, anyways. We take... We take some of the guys too. Oh. Too much. Okay, payload's correct. He's happy with that. It's a little bit more, so let's make it easier on us. 160. Okay, okay. So we don't need this window anymore. That's all we're gonna be carrying. And let me see on the stream how this looks like for you guys. Okay. Okay, we're good to go. Let's get going. Okay, so there you go. We officially started the flight on FSEconomy. So throttles are good. Mixture is rich. Props full. Master switch on. Checking gear green, good. Fuel pump on and check pressure. Yeah, pressure is rising. We're good. So fuel pump off. We checked it before, but it's okay. Engine prime. Oh. Let's do 3 times. Okay, good. Mags on both. There we go. Start engine engaged. There you go. Okay, check gauges right away. Beautiful. A-meter checked. Suction force 6.2. This is just me going way. I've owned a Piper Cherokee for years, and I flew a lot, but that was 10 years ago. But I like some things you never forget. To be honest, I even need this checklist, but it's all good. Okay, let's lean. We're pretty high here. I just find that the sound on this not loud enough. These planes are very loud. You have to be wearing really good headsets. Anyways, avionics on. There you go. We got our good old 430 going on there. Avionics on, radio's on. So let's turn everything on here. We're gonna be squawking 1200. Okay, so this is good. Here is saying the RMI is 135. Before we do anything, let's check our compass and make sure that it does make sense, which it doesn't. Oh. So it's 255. It's hard to say on an angle, but we're gonna set 255. There you go. Of course, we care about that later on. So we want the RMI on 135. Oh, where am I going? And there you go. We have 22.8 and 21.5. The flight plan is kind of direct, but not kind of direct. We're going through a bunch of airports, but we can deal with that later on. We'll program the GPS while we are en route. We know roughly where we're going, so that's what it matters. What we can do is, just for now, set the hopefully we have it here, or else it's gonna be a little bit of a problem. Beautiful. Just set the direct for now, but we'll deal with that later on. So this is Con 2. We're gonna we're gonna talk on Con 1 and monitor both. So we have the ELT here, the emergency channel for the ELTs, and we're good. There you go. Winds here are, let me check it right now, 190 at 5. So what we're gonna do here real quick, there's no one here. So what we're gonna do here real quick, it's release parking brakes. Just check here real quick. Yeah. Release parking brakes real quick here, and we're gonna turn to the wind so we can do the run up real quick. So 190. FSEconomy always tells you to not park close to a pump to avoid issues. So let's just move out of away from the pump there. Okay, let's block this just as here. Okay, parking brake is on. Oh, actually it's hold the brakes, they on for the run up. Fuel quantity check. So we should have 25 each. A mixture set, we're gonna just go reach for now and bring the throttle to 2000 RPM. Makes a lot of noise in real life. There you go. I'm gonna check all the pressure and temperatures and everything, make sure that everything is good. Let's check the Yeah, he said that the mag was one mag wasn't good. One of the mags wasn't working well. We're going. Okay. Prop. We're gonna cycle the prop 3 times. Okay, we're good. Carb heat should get a decrease on the RPM because we are now getting unfiltered hot air going into the mixture. Okay, looking good. Controls are free. Yeah. Left up, right up, and we can see the back. Trim should be neutral. I love the trim on the Piper. And the flaps for not being electric. Best thing ever. Okay, everything looks good. Door latched. We're good to go. Let's take off. No time to lose. Revelstoke traffic. This is Piper Comanche. Golf Mike Echo. We're the apron here. We're gonna be backtracking for runway 11, and we're gonna depart to the south VFR. We're gonna follow the river, climbing to 11,500. Any traffic inbound Revelstoke, please advise Golf Mike Echo. Okay, let's go. No time to lose. So, yeah, do you want to backtrack? Yeah, we want to backtrack. Let's do it, at least that properly. So, strobe on, landing lights go on. I just don't remember if fuel pump is on or off for takeoff. Let me just go back here. Fuel pump's on, yes. That's what I thought. Yeah, mixture rich. We're gonna lean right now, and doors are closed. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna go flaps 1 for takeoff and flaps 3 for landing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fly I'm gonna show it to you guys here. We're gonna fly well, we're just gonna fly runway heading until it has to be a proper VFR departure. But it's gonna be straight from the runway. Just wanna check something here, just real quick, because my leg the way it is with my knee board, I cannot. Yeah, I said 1-1, but it's 1-2. I said I cannot check my iPad. It's not like in the plane. Okay. Everything's looking good. All the instruments to the right, ball to the left. Opposite to the left, ball to the right. There you go. Let's get going. Transponder mode C. There you go. Airspeed is alive. All the gauges are green. $80. And we're airborne. Gear is going up. And we're gonna fly along the river. For now. Flaps. Remember, we are VFR, so we do whatever you will want. And REVELSTOKE, traffic Piper, Comanche, Golf, Mike, Mike, Echo, airborne when we want to. We're gonna be, we're leaving 2,000 now to 11,500. We're gonna be flying along the river southbound towards Idaho. Any traffic, please advise Golf, Mike, Mike, Echo. We're staying VFR. REVELSTOKE. Okay, so there you go. We're gonna lead 25, 24 for the climb, from what I remember. Oh, does he say 24, 24? Okay. So let's go 24, 24. Always power first. Always power first. There you go. It's not very VFR, but I've seen people doing worse in real life. So we're good. Okay, so I'll just have to keep an eye on the cylinder head here, the CHT, and we're gonna keep leaning as we go. It's already a very high altitude here, the airport, but yeah. And the pitot heat here, from what I saw on the briefing, it doesn't say nothing about icing. But since we have this mist here, it means, right, that we have it's not clear, it's not dry. So we definitely want to keep an eye on this. Everything's looking good. We are on our way, officially. So yeah, it's gonna take a little bit longer. We're gonna be following the river here for a little bit. Then after that, we set the GPS. Oh, beautiful. On top there. I hope, let me see if you guys can see. The thing gets on the way, right? Let me put here. This should be good for you guys. But it's blocking the compass. There you go. Let me check the stream. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, 4,000. Gonna keep following the river. Or the lake, I should say. It's Upper Arrow Lake. That's what it is. Trim it a little bit better here so we don't have to worry too much. It's a wet. It's a wet rain, so I don't care if you're burning fuel here right now. It's really not a, yeah, not a big deal. So the flight, now it's gonna be a little bit easier for us. Let's trim it up a little bit more. The flight, actually what I'm gonna do before we turn the autopilot on, it takes a little bit to kind of get going. We're not gonna turn any mode on right now. So we're not gonna turn any mode right now. It's just to stay on the ready position here for whenever we decide to use it. We could use the heading at least the heading, just to make it easier for us to program this and fly at the same time. Let's bring the nose down a little bit just so we can see. Yeah, let's go to the left a little bit. Yeah, this is really nice. Well, BC is really nice. There we go. Anyways, so the flight plan that I came up, I hate this. You have to really be at was from CYRV. We're going to Charlie Alpha Quebec 5. Oh, I don't need to turn, that's right, I can go up and down. Ah, that was my fault. So Charlie Alpha Quebec 5 to Charlie Zulu November Lima. And Kilo Sierra Zulu Tango. There you go. Just as a reference point, there's a reason why the flight plan is like this. What have I done on this flight plan here? There you go. It's nice. I think we're going to be able to stay VFR, at least here, climb to 11,500 VFR, by the looks of it. So yeah, there's a reason. That's what I was saying. Is there's a reason why we're using all these waypoints. It's just on a VFR flight, it helps to have a reference on the GPS if you have a GPS. So I always flew with even when I'm flying VFR with the 430, always put it an airport or some waypoint as a reference in case something went bad. You had it's all about redundancy and having an easy way out when things go wrong, right? That's all it is in aviation. So according to my brief calculations, you should be burning 10 to 12 gallons per hour during cruise. Just bring the nose down here for a second. Okay, yeah, looking good. Let's climb a little bit. Sorry for the brief, no introduction on FSEconomy or talking about the plane, or since it's a GA, very simplistic aircraft compared to all the other stuff that we fly. We could have talked about what this stuff is. It's a good aircraft to learn, just like the Cessna is, but we can do that in another video. On this one, I just wanted to get going. So I'm sorry about that. Let's see if we can get to 11,500 with 3 people on board and 50% tanks. 50% fuel on the tanks. I forgot about the tip tanks. I'm not used to the tip tanks. So I hope we can make it to 11,500. I don't know. I think gonna have to burn a little bit, but might not even be able to. Let's try to hold close to 1,000 feet per minute here. We could stay lower too in this section here because we are following the lake. I definitely have no more power here. That's all we got. That's all we got. So 24, 17.2 should be, we should have inches, we should have on a manifold 17.2 maintaining in 2400 RPM. We'll see. On cruise at 11,500. We'll see. I'm gonna close this, we don't need this. Gonna enrich a little bit more just because the CHT, the cylinder head, is getting kind of we're pushing too much here on this climb. And one thing, even though this is a simplistic aircraft, A2A makes sure that if you make a mistake, you'll pay. So, and we definitely don't want to have to pay on a flight on FSEconomy and lose money. We're good for this. Let me just see if the trim is working. Yeah, the trim is working. It's the altitude is good for this part here, but it won't be good once we get closer to the US. So that's the reason why. For now, we can follow the river, the lake, sorry. But once we are past our first waypoint, so the waypoint, Cusp airport there, we are gonna have to go overland. We won't be able to fly over the water anymore, or else it's gonna be too much of a detour, and we don't want to do that. Checking my VNC here, which is the VFR charts that you use when you're flying VFR. Checking my VNC here, we have an MSA of 9100. So we should be good now for this part here. We're almost there anyways too. Just reaching 10,000. Actually forgot to talking too much. Forgot to check altimeter setting from the area here. Let me see if I get this information. If I have the information. No. Let me see if there's anything around here that we can get the information. Flying over the mountains here, we want to make sure that we have a good reading on the altimeter. Yeah, as you can see in the back there, there's stuff much higher than we are right now, so we have to be careful. I'm glad that we actually can maintain a visual here, reference. Yeah, no, unfortunately I don't have, there's no weather information. Oh, we're almost there. Okay, cylinder head went down, so we're gonna lean again. And I'm gonna try to climb a little bit more. Come on, you can do it. I bring lots of good memories. And I don't know, we might do this flight. I usually, when I fly this plane, I fly without the autopilot, even though I could use the autopilot. The plane that we are renting has autopilot, so we could. We'll see. I don't know. Okay, we're almost there. There's no arm, no. Armrest. I wanted to block that fuel selector there to avoid problems. Okay, so setting was 17.2 2400. There you go, 17. And fuel flow will be at between 10.3 and 12. That's good. There you go. We're on our way. We got it. We got our 11,500. The winds are not helping, but like I said, we don't, doesn't matter too much, to be honest. There you go. Power is set. We could take a touch, but I'm not even gonna bother on the RPM there. But yeah, not gonna bother with that. So yeah, we're gonna stay manual, hand flying this for now. I don't know, we'll see. Let's do a cycle on carb heat here, even though we're still climbing, like we just stopped climbing. I'm always afraid of carburetor icing and flying in the mountains here. In real life too. There you go. Now we can actually follow our flight plan. Gonna move it to the left so it doesn't cut for you guys there. Oh, needs to be more. I'm just gonna leave it then. So there you go. Desired track will be 152. I hate this. There you go. And the next one will be 142. There we go. We're gonna move the heading just to compensate a little bit and get back on track here. So desired track is 142. Oh yeah, that's what it was. They show on the outside, but they don't show inside. I remember there was something with the passengers, and that's what it is. It shows outside, but it doesn't show inside. Forgot to set up a flight plan on the ActiveSky, so just did that. There you go. That's to confirm that it's loaded a flight plan. Yeah, slowly but surely. That's the oh man. Gonna have to compensate a little bit because of the wind. Just stay on track. So we're gonna move our heading indicator, and that's gonna be our base, and the CDI will stay on the desired track. So we keep the CDI on desired track, and we keep our heading on the heading that we want to compensate for the wind drift. That's how you do it if you have a CDI. You have a RMI or an HSI. Yeah, it's going well. It's going well. The winds are helping, even though we're flying on no mechanic turbulence at all. The winds aloft here are not strong anyways too, so that's helping. It would have been a nightmare if it was windy here today and we had lots of mechanical turbulence over those mountains here, flying this Comanche. This low, it's bad. It's pretty dangerous. So now that we're doing well here, as if you remember the layout on the 530, the 430 doesn't have a VNav. The VNav gets it's one of the sub menus on the nav, so there's not a dedicated VNav button. Just so if you're wondering, but that's not what I want to do now. Oh, it's hard for me on the corner of the. I'm more concerned about the fuel. I am, but I'm not, because I know we have lots of fuel. Yeah, it's looking good. For times here, we have 1 hour and 7 minutes. So we have 1 hour, one more hour on this flight. Oh, we're climbing. Oh, all that haze cleared up all of a sudden. I was looking at the GPS, everything was still hazy, and now it looks nice. That's really nice. Very nice day. I'm glad that we picked up this day today to fly. It looks like there's clouds up ahead. Well, we'll see. So there we go. The CDI is straight, so that means that we are on course. Come on. So hard to. There you go. So hard to find a proper. So yeah, so that's what we want to see. Even if the heading indicator is not aligned, that doesn't matter. That's our reference point. That's the heading that we want to be flying to compensate for the wind. And so we keep the CDI on the desired track, but move the heading bug to whatever heading we actually want to be flying to maintain this straight. So if you see that it's moving a little bit, you just degree by degree you fix it. You go more to the left or more to the right, depending on what's going on. So not necessarily the heading bug will be aligned to the CDI, but you want to leave the CDI on the desired track and use the heading bug to set what your actual heading. Like it is right now. So the CDI straight means that we are center, and we can verify that looking at the 430 there. And this is a manually hand flying a small GA plane. I mean, this is not an IFR flight, and even if it was an IFR flight that you were flying IFR on this, there's gonna be variations. It's impossible to maintain. We are not autopilots. We are not computers. So there's always a little bit of a, right? It's always constantly fixing headings and fixing the altitude, and that's how it is in real life, and that's how it is here too. You want to keep scanning, or T-scan, keep scanning, or standard scan on the instrument. Even though you're flying VFR, we want to maintain, right? In real life, you would just have a reference point, get a reference point, and maintain the attitude that you want to maintain, knowing that this attitude means a level flight. And you wouldn't worry too much with the instruments, but makes it for a much easier flying, that's for sure. IFR is very stressful in real life, single pilot. Really, really stressful. You don't want to fly, have to fly IFR if you don't have to. And not only that, it brings a lot of what's the word that I'm looking for? Limitations and constraints, and it's just not like if you can fly VFR. Oh yeah, I'll take VFR over IFR anytime. You can actually enjoy the flight. Look at that. This is just beautiful. Okay. Always keeping an eye on our gauges here. Suction has to stay between 4 and 6. Cylinder head. And of course fuel pressure, very important, oil, temperature and pressure too. Our destination is a VFR. There's no IFR procedures published, so it's a VFR only airport. I don't even think I have a diagram for the airport. Oh, actually I do. Yeah, I do. But yeah, it's gonna be a VFR arrival. We'll see what's gonna happen once we get there. No, I actually do not have a diagram for the airport, but that doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. Runways there are 01 and 19. That's all it matters. And the winds are calm in the region right now, so we can choose either or. Oh, I do have a diagram here. No, I don't. Lost a little bit of altitude. There you go. got it back. Yeah, no diagram. It's it's turf. It's a grass runway. No, only information I have is the runway dimensions and 0119. And there's hill on runway 01, and a threshold is placed 300 feet on runway 19. And the remarks those are all real life. I'm checking the AD. Unattended, runway 0119 north 500 feet. Closed during April 1st and July 15th. Runway 0119 first 300 feet of north end very rough, which won't make a difference for us here. Heavy snowmobile activity during winter months. Runway 0119 edges and thresholds marked with white rocks. I don't know if we're gonna be seeing that here. I hope so, it will be pretty cool. Recommend land runway 19. Traffic runway 01 when wind conditions permit. No winter maintenance. And the phone number that we need to call if you want to go there in real life. And all that stuff. Okay, runway 19. So we're coming from the north. Does it say if it's standard? Let me see here. Runway is all standard. Okay. Altitude elevation is 3,000 feet there. So we're gonna be flying our circuit at 4,000. 4,000 feet is our circuit altitude there. 1,000 feet above ground level, or AGL. So coming from the north, runway 19, if we're going to be using runway 19, and it's left-hand circuit, we're going to be on the overhead side of the runway, so we can descend while we approach to circuit altitude and join mid downwind. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to be joining mid downwind for runway 19. So we're going to descend to circuit altitude coming from the north here, cross the runway on our overhead procedure, cross the runway and join on mid downwind for runway 19. That's our approach there. That's our arrival. Pretty straightforward. We're gonna have to move, go on a, it's gonna be on a kind of an angle once we get there, but we'll see. You guys will see. Actually, there's a way to show it here. So if we do this, and we move, and we bring it in, might deviate a little bit while I do this. So runway 19 will be this way, roughly. This is going to be 180, of course. So 19 is going to be, so we're coming from this side, and if it's left-hand circuit, I don't even know if you guys can see the actual mouse on I don't think so. Oh, that's too bad. So here you can see roughly 180. 19 is going to be a little bit more to the left. So you're going to be coming where the white line is. We're going to be coming on the on the opposite side of the circuit. Circuit's going to be south to where we are coming from. So what we're going to do is descend to circuit altitude on the line here, fly over the field, and join mid downwind for downwind for runway for runway 19. I don't think the mouse shows that. Oh, actually, could use this mouse. Okay, so we're coming from this side. It's a little bit more complicated to do that. Runway 19, it will be roughly here. Here, going that way. So we're gonna come through the white line there. Cross the airport. Join mid downwind, which is gonna be a left turn, on mid downwind, and go around this way, of course. Oops. This way, of course, and land here on runway 19. Sorry, it's really hard to do that with the GPS, with the GPS point. And we gain 1,000 feet, 200 feet doing this demonstration. But the heading is actually pretty good. Okay, let's do another pitot heat here and another carb heat. We're not gonna adjust, we're not gonna retrim it. We're gonna have a little bit of loose power loss here, but we just adjust by hands because we don't want to leave. We don't want to lose that trimming setting that we had, just because we're doing a quick carb check. The pitot heat doesn't do anything for, of course, for the engine power. We'll just do load the electric system, but the carb heat will, injecting warm air into the mixture. There's always a little bit of a loss of power. There you go, it's just over the airport here, which is Nelson. Oh yes, Nelson, BC. It's an actually very well known place in the region here. "48 minutes left." So altitude, we want to go down to 4,000. We are only 11,000. So 7,500 we wanna lose. So it could be 22 miles, 23 miles from the airport. We can start our descent. It's pretty straightforward. We're not gonna be using VNAV for that. That's for sure. Not for this flight. So yeah, keep in mind that even though it's showing on the minimap there for you guys, it's showing it will be showing a different route for our flight plan. That's just because on SimToolkitPro I went a little bit different, and once we deviate a little bit and change the rect to that, like SimToolkitPro doesn't know that. So yeah, don't worry about it. What's important is the one on the actual in our actual unit here, in our 430. That's what it matters. Don't worry about that flight plan showing up on a... I should actually not even load a flight plan for flights like this. It more gets in the way of actually looking at the map than, especially since we can all follow the 430 screen here. So didn't even do any calculations to see how much money you're gonna make on this. It's it is one of those VIP emergency FSEconomy jobs, so the pay is good, but of course there's lots of fees, and we have to pay for the rental here. So the pay is roughly $4,500 for this flight. Is not much. It's a really short flight, so it's a pretty good money. It's pretty good money. It would be nice if we owned the plane. We didn't have to rent. We could be making a good money. So I would say roughly we're gonna take 3,000 maybe out of this 4,500. We're gonna take home 3,000. Then if I take home 3,000, I'm happy out of the 4,500. So we're gonna have 10% landing fees, so that's gonna bring it to 450. So it's gonna bring it down to 4,000 plus the rent. The rent is $200 an hour, so it's gonna take us an hour and a half, an hour and 40. Let's say 2 hours. So $400. So 36 plus some other fee or whatever. Yeah, 3,200 we should be getting from this job here, which is pretty good for something simple like this. I would love in real life to fly a Comanche like this for 2 hours and make $3,200. Oh, that would have been nice. Yeah, if only aviation was like that in real life. So yeah. And like I said, as long as hey Precision, how are you? Good to see you here. Hope you're doing well. How's everything? How's flying the GLJ going? Having fun? I'm good, thank you. Everybody's fine. Good to see you here. So have you been flying? Oh, is that right? Work, family, work and family. Oh, oh, bad timing for that to happen. Yeah, not a good time for. Oh man, do you have your stuff in the basement or something? I have everything set up in the basement. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I know. That's why I said. Yeah, I know. It's been hot for you guys there. Oh, yeah, that's, oh, yeah. I used to when I was living in the East Coast too. I had my computer and everything on the second floor. Oh man, it was brutal in the summer. It was so bad. Oh, nice. Yeah, it was so bad in the summer. Oh my gosh, those rooms will get so hot, man. And I didn't have air conditioner in the house. It was bad. Now I have everything set up in the basement. It's kind of bad in the winter because it's a little bit cooler than the rest of the house, right? But I'll take it. I don't mind. It's now in the summer. It's much better. It's always a little bit, right? It's much better. Nice. Nice. Are you on V5 already? Have you decided? Did you move to V5 or you're gonna stay on 4.5? Oh, is that right? You're only using V5 now. How is it? Is it working better for you? I've heard both. Like I heard the three different stories. People saying that it made like it was a miracle that all of a sudden going from 30 frames per second they went to 100 frames per second. I heard the story that I heard different stories saying that it didn't change much. Like people saying, oh, like if there was an increase of 1-2 frames, it's like you can't even notice. And I heard people saying that minority saying that it kind of doesn't perform as well. What's your experience with V5 compared to V4? Using the same stuff that you were using on V4, of course. See, I should change too. I should change. Especially having a good system like I have. I don't know what you're running there, but right, you think that you will take advantage of all the nice processor, nice CPU and video card and everything, right? But I don't know. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm running a 2070 Super. So it's close. Yours is a little bit better. Well, much better, but... Oh, I see. Yeah, oh yeah. It's hard for you too. Yeah. It's hard for you. What kind of... Let's say like when you load the thing, like kind of flight temp, kind of scenery, PMDG that... Like it's heavy. Like heavy stuff. ActiveSky with like weather going on. How many frames can you get on that right now? Roughly. You have it locked at 30 and it stays 30. It's like solid 30, maintains 30 frames. You're able to maintain 30 frames at all times. Okay, that's all I want. I want to be able to fly the FS Labs, the Airbus, at 30 frames no matter where I am. Toronto or Cranbrook here in Alberta. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter if it's LaGuardia or if it's Key West. I want to be able to maintain 30 frames per second. That's all I want. And unfortunately, I can't right now flying the FS Labs. I can't. Some places I just goes really bad, goes below, goes to 18, 19, 20. It shouldn't be with this machine. Yeah, I thought about it. I said I'm gonna get another SSD, and I'm gonna install V5 on that SSD, and keep both, right? Then the laziness sets in. I said, oh man, I'm enjoying now. Everything's working. Do I want to waste 2 weeks just to get the simulator running again? 2 weeks? I'm exaggerating a little bit. It wouldn't be 2 weeks, but you know how it is, right? You just did that. You just started flying on V5 too, so You know how it is. It takes a while. Okay, good. I'm glad you got it. So you're gonna be able to tell me how it works, how it runs on a V5. Because I'll wait for you until you start flying more, and yeah. In your short experience with the plane, would you say that it's heavier than the PMDG, or it's the same thing? What's your first impression on the A320? Would you say it's heavier than like you see that it's taxing more on your computer than the PMDG, or you say that they're both running solid 30 frames? If you don't mind me asking, I know you don't come here to uh, to be right, but uh-huh. Well, you don't have to. I mean, time will tell. I see. Time will tell if you're gonna be able to maintain 30 frames all the time. Where do you usually do your flying? Your your Airbus, Boeing flying. Where do you usually fly? Do you stay in the US East Coast? Do you go to Europe? Do you usually fly major airports, payware, like the good ones? Do you usually fly? Do you fly whatever? Just out of curiosity, just so I can have an idea of how heavy. I see. Oh, if you're running 4K, then yeah, you're gonna be a good. Yeah, if you can maintain 30 frames in 4K, I should be able to maintain 30 frames with my resolution here. I have a wide, but I'm running 2K. Okay, you usually fly West Coast. Okay. Do you have the Orbix stuff, like Northern California, Southern California, and all that stuff, or do you only have the basic, the lane class and the? Okay. Okay, good to know. Okay, so you are pretty much like as good as you can get. It's good to know, because I do too. I run all that stuff. Oh, okay. So yeah, you're really loading now. Yeah, I don't have True Earth. Yeah, no, okay, good. So if you can maintain 30 frames, I'll be able to maintain 30 frames with what I have here, because you are a little bit heavier than I am, but you have a little bit of a better system too. But so that will like compensate, will equalize, right? You're running a little bit heavier, but you have a little bit of a better system, right? Okay. Yeah. No, I'm actually that's it's good to hear. I'm actually excited. I should go to V5. I should move on to V5. Keep both, right? I'll do the same. I'll keep both for a while until I know that everything is running well. I've heard that because I have the Majestic Q400, the dash, but I heard that it's not running well on V5, even though there's a V5 installer. It's not running well. So yeah, so for that kind of stuff, right? I'd rather have both and not being constrained by one or the other. Let's do another pitot heat and carb heat check here, just real quick. No, I don't. I know him, but I don't. I know a lot of people watch. Yeah, is he good for like showing systems comparison and stuff like that? I should watch. Yeah, I know he's flying the V5 and he's flying the FS Labs V5 because everybody talks about him on FS Labs forums. I see. Yeah, I should. Does he have his system listed on his comments or whatnot? Do you know what he's running there? He's probably running a 2080 Ti too with a 99, probably. Okay, that's good for the carb heat and pitot heat. Don't want to take any chances over the mountains here. I see. I see. I see, yeah. Yeah, but you will think that he's a well-known guy, right? You think that he's running top of the top of the line, right? A 2080 Ti and an i9 99K, right? You would think he wouldn't be running anything. Yeah, he wouldn't be running anything, right? Oh, is that right? Yeah, shaders and everything. I don't mess with that stuff. Some people, yeah, it does look amazing. Mine doesn't look like that. I just don't. I hear too many stories. Oh, you put shaders, you have to adjust depending on what you're using. Some stuff doesn't look as doesn't work with the. So I just don't have the patience for that kind of stuff anymore. We already have to deal with sceneries and stuff that sometimes don't work well together, and so I just don't. There's no shaders. There's nothing here. This is just HDR on the prepare. The settings. If you ever wanna know my settings on the HDR. Yeah, see Aimtex. Yeah, I've thought about it. I looked, said, oh no, it's just creating more hassle. We are in my point of view already have too much hassle. Uh, getting the simulator to run properly. But thank you. Yeah, no, it's like I said, there's nothing here. It's just HDR settings on prepared there on the options menu, and Orbix, and like ActiveSky and Orbix, all the basic stuff. Absolutely no Aimtex, no nothing. Not even running Rex clouds, HD clouds, or nothing. It's basically ActiveSky and Orbix for the terrain, for the texture, and that's it. And nice airports, right? Nice airports and nice. Yes. Yes, I've heard. I read about it on ActiveSky's forum. Some people have problems with TrueSky. It looks amazing. I've seen. Yeah, I seen screenshots. Oh my gosh, it looks amazing. Wow, just beautiful. But that I don't mind, especially since you have you have the choice of running the old clouds and the TrueSky, right? That kind of stuff I don't mind. It would be nice if they actually do some work and fix the issues, and so we can use TrueSky. Oh, thank you. Yeah, like I said, I know it's not screenshot material like you see around on Discords and stuff, but it's good enough for me. I'm more concerned about other stuff, to be honest. And I'm sure you like the stuff to be realistic too, or else you wouldn't be interested in FS Labs. You wouldn't be interested on extreme prototypes and stuff. Yeah, I can tell right away that you're someone that it's. I'm not saying that we don't like when it looks nice. Of course, if I can choose, I would take the nice looking stuff over, right? But I will never trade off realism or systems over looks, like Carenado stuff. That's for sure. Yeah, I know. You see, and I never mention anything. And when we talk, I never Whatever. I'm not too concerned about it, to be honest. It blows my mind that people are pre-ordering a digital game, man. It just blows my mind. And knowing Microsoft well, and all the promises every time on every single simulator and other stuff too, right? Microsoft is. It just blows my mind that people are just shelling out money on a pre-order of something that will never gonna run out of stock. Why can't you just wait 2 days, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days? It's gonna be all over YouTube. Like, you watch it, make sure that the thing is running, make sure that they are delivering what they promised, make sure it's good enough for you. It's not that there's no other simulators, not that we are here all desperate. Oh my gosh, we need a simulator so we can fly planes. We have nothing. No, just keep flying your Prepared or X-plane. Like, wait a week. Oh yeah, the aircraft, oh yeah. Like, if this aircraft that I fly are not going to there, I'm not even gonna bother. It can look as realistic as it can be. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not flying stock Airbus, that's for sure. That's for sure. I'm not flying stock Airbus on stock airports just to have all the visual. No, I'm good here. Oh yeah, no. I know they will port at one point if the simulator is as good as they say, and that they release a decent SDK, because it's another thing that I heard, that the SDK is garbage right now. So yeah, it will take a while. It's not a port. It's not going from 4.5 to 5. It's not going from the old X-plane to Vulcan or whatever is it called. It's not that. It's a brand new simulator, right? It's a brand new interface and a brand new SDK. It's a brand new everything, right? It's gonna take a while. People are thinking that the planes are gonna start coming out like a week, 2 weeks after. You're gonna wait a while. I mean, more power to you if you wanna buy it. To each its own, right? Some people like the visuals, some people don't mind flying. I personally, it's not for me. I don't judge. If you wanna do it, nice. I'll probably watch it to see the visuals, just to enjoy. But I really, it's not for me. Not until all the planes are there. Not until the major ones are there. Oh yeah, it's perfect for a lot of people not having to deal with orbits for the scenery. The airports, you're still gonna need airports if you want to fly in a nice airports, right? But like the mesh lane class, you think that everything will be good, right? You won't need vector, you won't need orbix vector, you won't need lane class, you won't need anything. We'll all be there. You're gonna fly GA, you wanna fly VFR, it will be awesome, right? It will be awesome for that. But I like, for sure, if I was just flying VFR all the time, I would for sure get it. But I hope it works well, and I hope everybody ports their planes and airports. It's better for us, right? Yeah, I'll wait. No rush. I'll go from 4.5 to 5, and I'll stay on 5 until the flight simulator goes well, and there's everything is there. Yeah, me too. That's what I'm saying. I know I will, if they port the planes. If it's gonna be like X-plane, like a bunch of nice GA and a bunch of nice like stuff, but not nice airliners, then I'll just stay. I'll just stay where I am. But yeah, the more simulators, the better for us. Oh, I started on Flight Simulator 4. That was my first one. Real one. That was the real one. Like that I actually was flying. Was Flight Simulator 4. I've been having all of them physical copies since then. I have all of them physical copies. At that time, you buy the expansions. You buy the expansions. So we had New York, Chicago. I don't know if you are aware of that or not. So you would have to buy the expansion separately on Flight Simulator 5, 6, or whatnot. I have all of them physical copies, including FSX. Prepar is my first actually flight simulator that I don't have a physical copy. You started with FSX or FS9? Oh yeah, but that counts. That's what I was doing on the first one too. On FS4. I for sure wasn't applying procedures or nothing. It was just to play around, to enjoy, to just a quick flight, to come back to the same airport. Not even no flight plans or nothing. I started to do flight plans when when FS Navigator, that I don't know if it's from your time or not, when FS Navigator came out. That software. That's when I started doing flight plans and everything. Don't remember the year. I'm terrible with that kind of stuff. Oh, we lost 400 feet here. So 30 miles from a destination. Yeah, it was an amazing tool, man, for the time. Oh my gosh, it was the beginning of the beginning of Navigraph. But it was all free. The database was free. Everything was free. It was a moving map and a flight planner at the same time, and it amazing. Yeah, if you Google one day, just out of curiosity, you'll see. Just amazing. Actually, we lost 1,500 feet. Let's go back. So yeah, that's when I started actually doing flight plans and started learning. I was still young at the time. I wasn't involved with the aviation yet, or always had the desire, but I was very young still at that time. Yeah, but that was what Flight Simulator 2000 maybe. I don't remember. Yeah, because 4 was the last monochromatic. 5 was the first color, the one that had the expansions. And then we're gonna have this one. Then we had FSX, FS9, FS 2002, FS 2000. Yeah, I have a bad memory for that stuff. I remember the boxes, but I don't remember the names. Oh, that's a nice area here. Wow. Okay. Yeah, see? Nice. Yeah. See, you're old school too. It's not just me. I'm not even gonna bother climbing back to 11,500. So anyways, we are, just give me 1 sec, one second here, precision. We are at 11 right now. Our elevation is 3,000, so circuit will be flown at 4. So we want 7,000, we want to lose 7,000 here. So roughly 23 miles. We are 28 now. The only problem is we have a lot of mountains here. So we're just gonna, I think what we should do is we're just gonna keep high a little bit here for now. I'm gonna recheck the weather. Still winds calm in the region. That's not for the airport, for the particular airport that we're gonna land. There's no weather report there. So we're gonna fly. We're gonna land runway 19, the one that the AD was saying. The FD was saying that it's preferable. Recommended to land runway 19. So we're gonna land runway 19. I've never been here before, and I know mountains is an issue here, an obstacle. So if they are saying that we should land runway 19, we will land runway 19. And we're gonna do overhead procedure for to join for runway 19. It's gonna be a VFR approach. So we're gonna be joining mid downwind runway 19 coming from the north. Will work better overhead procedure for us. So as soon as possible, we're gonna descend to 4,000 and join mid downwind and standard left-hand circuit. At least that's what it's saying here. It doesn't say anything, so you would think that it's standard. So let's just maintain whatever we have here. We're what? Oh yeah, we ended up coming back to 11,600. So yeah, let's maintain 11,500, and we're gonna make a call. I wonder how the locals call this airport. It's a French name, but I don't know if they Americanized the name or not to MAGEE, or so, not too sure. I don't think there's anyone in the region anyways, so doesn't matter. Cœur d'Alene traffic, this is a Piper Comanche, Golf Mike Echo, roughly 20 miles northwest of the field inbound for landing. We're gonna be doing, we're flying now at 11,500, we're VFR. We're gonna be doing VFR, we're gonna be doing an overhead procedure for runway 19. Any traffic in the area, please advise Golf Mike Echo. Thank you very much. So I bet you're pretty excited now now that you got the AC back again to it, especially having the new video card and V5. No, it's called MAGEE, Mike Alpha Golf Echo. No, it's Sierra 77. Sierra 77. It's a small grass runway. It's the name of the area is Cœur d'Alene in Idaho. Yeah, so they have a major airport there, but they have the small strip. We are landing on the small strip. So yeah, Sierra 77. That's the IKU for the airport. The big airport is called Cœur d'Alene too, but it's called Pappy Boyton Field. That's the actual major airport there. But that's not the one that we're gonna be landing. We're gonna be landing on a strip right beside the airport there. Well, right beside. I'm not too sure where compared to the airport where it is, but it is somewhere there. Actually, I could just look here. Okay, it's to the east. It's not right beside. It's 24 miles east of the big airport. Oh, I guess right beside. So yeah, we're going up and down with me trying to figure out the airport again. Okay. So yeah, so we're just gonna come from the northwest. So we're coming from the northwest. We're inbound from the northwest. We're gonna cross the field and join mid downwind for runway 19. That's basically what it is. It's the proper procedure when you're coming from the opposite side of the circuit, so we can descend. It's the best one. I love when it's like that, VFR. When you're coming from the opposite side of the circuit you just descend to circuit altitude, cross the field, call when you're crossing the field, join mid downwind, make another call mid downwind, and we're good to go. It's the easiest to me, other than straight in final, straight downwind, is the easiest one. It's the safest one, I would say. I love doing overhead procedure. I've always done overhead procedure in real life. It's the safest one. Here doesn't matter, there's no traffic, but when you're on uncontrolled airport flying VFR, or even if you're IFR, you just cancel your IFR and do overhead procedure. VFR is the best thing ever. It's the safest one. Yes, overhead procedure. Yeah. So basically what you do is, if you're on the same side of the circuit, you maintain 500 feet above circuit altitude, cross the field to the other side, that's center on the runway, like center on the runway, cross the field to the other side, there you're gonna shuttle descend. Oh, I see. You shuttle descend 500 feet until you reach circuit altitude, cross the field back again to the side where the circuit is going to be flown, and join mid downwind. That's it. So you have a chance of overflying the field twice to look for traffic and listen on the radio to see if someone else is practicing on the circuit or someone else is inbound. It's the safest way to join a circuit on VFR flight. And I've done that every single time that I've flown in my life. VFR or IFR on an uncontrolled airport. I love it. The best thing. It's the safest thing. So we're 9 miles. I don't know. All I see are mountains. I hope this airport actually exists here, or else we're in trouble. Yes, you won't be doing that if it's a control, because then you're gonna be under, right? You're gonna, even if you're a VFR, you're gonna get vector on a busy airport. They're not gonna allow you to do that. But on not on smaller airports, they will. If it's just a mandatory frequency, or if it doesn't have any, if it's just UNICOM, you definitely wanna do overhead procedure. So in a case like this, a grass airport that only has a UNICOM, probably in real life, we will be doing a overhead procedure for sure. But you won't be doing that at JFK, for example. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't allow you to do that. Because you're overflying the runway and crossing over the field, right? It's not something that you won't see that happening on a. I'm gonna bring the nose down and see if I can see the airport. Yes, UNICOM is where you talk to give position reports when you're inbound for landing, right? When you're like 15 miles away, roughly 20 miles away, you tune in on that. Oh no, no. I just want to make sure that this airport actually exists here. That's all I'm concerned about, because I didn't check. All I'm seeing are mountains, so that's the only thing. No, we're good. So so that's what you do. You what we're gonna do is we're not gonna do an overhead. I'm gonna have to overfly the field and find this airport first. So what we're gonna do is we're inbound here. We made a call. There's nobody here. Not gonna worry too much. One last carb heat. We're gonna descend. It says that the airport's right here, somewhere. Runway 19 should be running something like this. So I'm gonna set up here 19, so we have an idea how the runway looks. So it's nice if you have oh, is that the strip? Oh, that's the strip. It has to be. Okay, oh my god. Okay, so that's the strip. We're very high, but it doesn't matter because runway 19 is the one closest to us, and we are on the safe side. We are on the side that we want to lose the altitude. So let's just lose our altitude here. Landing lights, everything looks good. Yeah, so this is where on an overhead procedure, this is where we lose altitude, because we are on the safe side. We are not on the side where we float, where we fly the circuit. I already set the runway here on the HSI, so it's easier for us to visualize. So let's go down to whatever we can go down here. It's hard on a simulator to judge altitude and obstacles. I find it, at least, much harder than in real life. We definitely don't want to crash. So it's nice to have a GPS. Doesn't even have to be a 430. If you have just any kind of GPS that you can check your position relative to the airport and set the runway on the HSI, like, you don't need anything else. You know where the airport is. You know where you are in reference to the runway. You know where the runway is facing, right? So even when you have to turn around and have your back to the airport, you always know. You always have something to reference yourself. And I'm not gonna bother making calls on actual VATSIM, but we would have called on the overhead procedure here, and then we are descending. People will know what you mean when you say that, so you don't have to explain too much. And we want 4,000 feet. So we're just gonna shuttle descent here. There is UNICOM VATSIM. Now there is UNICOM, but the UNICOM works a little bit different than the UNICOM in real life. But yes, there is the UNICOM on VATSIM now. 122.8. That's where we are right now. Yes, there's UNICOM. We didn't have before, but now there's UNICOM on VATSIM. I don't want to lose this runway. Oh, right there. It's the brownish strip. Can you even lane in this thing? It's in the middle of the... Oh my gosh. Oh, I know, terrain advisory. I hope we can even lane. We can lane on this. Did you see that? It's mountains everywhere. Yeah, I know. There's no room for nothing. There's not even room to fly for a circuit here. I know what we're gonna do. Yeah, there's a road. See, there's a valley here, so we're gonna have to go from there. Okay. Oh, we blew our altitude. Oh no, we didn't. It's 4,000. Yeah. I was thinking on 40. Okay, there you go. So we're gonna fly from. Oh man, there's no room for nothing. We're gonna have to fly back here. Okay. I know what we're gonna do. So now we will call the airport and say that we are over the field about to join mid downwind for runway 19. You're gonna get all kinds of warnings here. Guaranteed. Because of all these mountains here. Oh, I made a mistake. Doesn't matter. I meant to turn the autopilot off. I turned the avionics off. They are both black here, and I went straight to the... It doesn't matter. We know where we are. Now we will call joining mid downwind, which is not kind of a mid downwind. You do what we can here, because it's bad. It's too bad that now we lost the reference, but it doesn't matter. I know what it is. We just have to follow this road here. So we're gonna extend so we have time to on final here. So it's not really a that's why they say that it's not really a it's not really a circuit, because you do whatever you can here, right? Because of the mountains. I wasn't expecting to be like this. Okay, let's turn left base. Yeah, yeah, right. It is. And the other thing now, because I didn't listen to you, I didn't get Chase playing. I'm gonna have to keep moving the mouse and fly at the same time. And it's gonna be a base final in one shot. So that's what we're gonna do. Oh, there's the airport. Beautiful. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna call this kind of a final. Another notch of flaps. Gear down. Fuel pump on. Yeah, we're good to go. Oh yeah, lots of room. So let's call final now. Runway 19. See how it's good to have the CDI representing the runway? It's beautiful. You always know when to turn. It's great. Okay, so green, yeah, down and locked. Everything's looking good. full flaps. And let's go through the valley here. Some deformities on the thing, but that doesn't matter. We're gonna make it. Oh, it's a short runway too. Oh, and the rocks! That's awesome that they actually put the rocks that they have in real life. There we go. Yeah, oh yeah, you definitely want to do that. I'm planning on doing more. I'm planning on doing more of this stuff, and I have more opportunities to talk about stuff that, right, the small details that you learn during training, especially at the beginning and everything, and stuff that you carry for the rest of your life. So doing flights like this, it's much easier for me to have time to, and it doesn't matter if we blow 100, 200 feet or something. It's not a big deal. Like, so I can talk a lot. It's just the bad thing is you have to listen to my voice more. Okay. So we will call backtracking, of course. Now, on UNICOM. Oh, thank you. And we're gonna vacate at the porta potty there. Oh, thank you. That's all. That's all. I'm very happy to hear that. That's all. That means a lot. Okay, we're not gonna park there. We're just gonna stop. No, it's not very realistic. But to be honest, I don't know how this airport in reality works. I don't have a diagram for it, so we're just gonna park here on the side. Yeah, no. No. Okay, so yeah, we retracted. Everything's looking good. There you go. Parking brake on. FSEconomy. Recognize that our flight is over. So that part is done. We still have some work to do here, but that part is done. I can bring the set list, the checklist. Okay, cabin is nice and warm. Okay, so we jump all the way back to after landing. So flaps up, fuel pump off, mixture lean. We don't need to lean because we're already here. Trim neutral. Yeah, that's one thing that we used to do, always put back into neutral. Okay, radios off, transponder off. So we'll call mode C off here. 121, we are monitoring 21.5. So if the ELT would have gone off, we would have listened to it. That's something that doesn't do nothing on. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Thank you very much, Precision. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. And I'm glad that you're enjoying, and I'm being able to at least give some tips, and you're learning something. I'm by no means no master, master of a flight instructor or nothing, but I try my best to convey what I know in a simple way, right? Just what's important. Okay, so they want mixture off, kill on the mixture, like every other GA, but they want us to turn, what is it? As soon as the engine starts to quit, master off Okay. So right now. So electric's off, mag's off at the end. There's no mag check at the end. That's funny. Huh? And then bungee cord on the controls, and we are good. We brought the workers or whatever we were bringing. So this should be shown showing as a job completed, and it is. There you go. From REVELSTOKE to Valden. 1 hour and 48 total since we started since we started FSEconomy. They paid us 4,500. That was the gross. So for 1 hour and 49, a rent wet of $200 an hour. We paid $360 for the rent. Can you actually read this? Is this too far? I can't tell on the preview if it's readable or not. I hope this is readable. So yeah, so we paid a total rental cost. Okay, awesome, thank you. So total rental cost was $360, rounding up. So we didn't have to pay for fuel because it was a wet lease, a wet rent. No landing fees, no additional crew because it was just Comanche. Ground crew fees, this is 10% if both airports, every airport, okay, no, let me rephrase this. So you pay 5% ground crew fee on each airport that has an FBO in the FSEconomy world here. So REVELSTOKE has an FBO, and on FSEconomy world, this CYRV de Valin has an FBO. So we're paying 5% to REVELSTOKE and 5% here. So it's 10% from your gross, from our gross income. So we're paying $448.50 for ground crew fee. There's no booking fees. So there our total additional cost is $448, and there's a distance bonus that we are paying too because we are taking the airplane away from the base. And this is depends on the owner of the airplane. Some put a bonus if you're taking the plane away from the base, but anyways, we're paying 70. So yeah, much better. I thought we were gonna make 3,200 roughly. We made 3,600, so that's good. 3,600, and these are the 3 flights that I've ever done. I've done 2 flights, 1 flight Saturday, yes, it was 1 Saturday and 1 Sunday, and this Monday is my first one that I'm streaming. So I only did the 2 flights. The first flight was just to make sure that everything was working. So I did a another Piper Comanche quick flight. The Turbine Duke, I just want to make sure that Turbine Duke was working on 4.5 because I didn't try before. I used to fly it on FSX. So I wanted to make sure that this plane, that's why I didn't want to stream. But now that I know everything's working, we're good to go. Yes, it is. It's fun. I'm enjoying it. I was, before, I never joined because to me, for my flying that I was doing, that I've always done, it wasn't good because you don't fly, right? It's nice when you like to fly smaller airplanes, or fly to and from smaller airports, especially. But now I'm enjoying it. It's actually nice. It gives me the chance to keep using the ForeFlight, so that's a big deal for me. And it's gonna give me a chance to fly the Learjet too. So they have the Learjet there. It's not very economically feasible to fly the Learjet on most of the jobs on FSEconomy, but I personally, I'm using it not to maximize profits, like you see lots of videos on YouTube. I'm not too much worried about maximizing profits. I want to fly stuff that I like to fly. That's all I want to do. So if I find a job in a region that I want to fly, and with a plane that it's feasible to fly, that I won't be taking any hits to fly that particular job, I'll fly it. It doesn't matter if there's a job that pays twice as much, as long as I don't have to pay to do that job, I'm flying it. And that's my mentality on FSEconomy. I'm not here to maximize. Yes, it does. What it did to me is made me fly planes that I haven't flown in a while, like the Duke, both Dukes, the Turbine Duke, the Royal Turbine Duke, and the regular Duke. This Comanche here, I haven't flown in forever. Yeah, it does. And visiting airports that I wouldn't visit otherwise. Yeah. So like something like this, I wouldn't have come here ever. But it was nice to actually try it. Awesome. You're gonna like it then. You're gonna like it then. If you there's thousands of YouTube videos on. Yes. Oh yeah, I forgot that you have lots of planes. I forgot. That's right. Oh, you're gonna love it, man. I wish now I wish I had lots of planes. Unfortunately, I have lots of airports, not lots of planes. So I'm kind of restricted to 4 or 5 planes. That's it. That's all I can do. Actually, it's gonna be what? 1, 2, 3, 5 planes. One of those planes, like 2 of those planes are the same plane, like the Duke. It's the Duke, but one is the Turbine, the other one is just the regular piston. But it's the exact same plane, right? So kind of 4 planes I have to fly. But you having lots of planes, oh my god, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. There's thousands of YouTube videos on how to start and everything, but a lot of people, like I said, they are looking for maximizing profits. They want to make money fast, and it's not me. But still, it's good to watch and have an idea on like first flights, what to look for when you're looking for a job, how to actually apply for a job, how to set up everything. That's pretty good. But if you ever need help, I'll be more than happy to help you. It's pretty straightforward. If you need, I wouldn't even mind doing a video for you showing the basics real quick, because it is the basics is yeah, I personally like to fly, to know the numbers by heart, like the V speeds by heart, and knowing everything by heart without having to look at checklist, without having to depend on checklist too much. So that's why I keep it. It will bother me too much if I had to second guess and not be unsure when I'm flying something, especially if something goes bad. Then it's right, having to struggle and trying to, yeah, nice. Of course, like simplistic airplanes like this, if you have a Cessna 172, Cessna 180, 150, 182, 172, Piper Comanche, Piper Cherokee, like Beach, even the Duke, it doesn't matter. They're all very similar, right? You can go through all this and still maintain a very realistic flight and procedures without having to deal with a checklist or struggle too much. But when you're going from 37, 47 to Airbus, and then to Learjet and Falcon, and oh man, it gets really hard to remember the particularities on those planes and V speeds and yeah. Uh, I mean, you can do it. You have a guide. If you make a guide, uh, a text file or something, and you make a guide for each one of them, you can do it. But ah, do you want to be following Excel fucking spreadsheets and stuff to fly something? Not really, right? You wanna feel like you actually know what you're doing, and you know how the plane behaves, and you have control of the plane, and especially if something goes wrong, you know how to deal with it, right? That's why it has been taking me a while to. Oh, is that right? That's why it has taken me a while to fly the Falcon. It's because I was studying the electrical system and the electrical system, the fuel system, and everything. So I actually study like I do in real life. I make notes. I read the pilot the manuals, the APMs, and I make notes on the important stuff, numbers like the battery voltage, generator, everything. So I now I know everything. I know if something goes wrong, I know how to fix it if we are flying. I know what system works with what, and I know how to isolate the bus, what each bus is responsible for what systems. So that's how I like to fly. I like to have control of the thing, right? Not expecting everybody to fly like that. I'm not expecting anyone to fly in the simulator like that. But that's how I feel safe, and that's how I fly in real life too. Right? I'm by no means no cowboy flying in real life. But yeah, go take a look on FSEconomy. You're gonna love it. It is for you having all these planes. Oh my, you're gonna have endless fun with that. Just putting in your mind that you might be landing on a lot of vanilla standard airports, which I'm not used to. I'm really not used to. I'm used to only fly payware, but when you're on FSEconomy, you have to. It's really hard for you to just fly payware and find a job that's gonna work with the plane that you want to work, where you want to work, where you want to fly. It's hard. So you're gonna be flying a lot of like this, a lot of vanilla, a lot of standard uh, airports, but that's okay. The fun of actually doing the jobs and flying, there's a nice thing about that too. Like you said, you go to places that you wouldn't go. Yes, it does. They don't know the planes that you have installed. It's not that you're gonna search in your database, but when you click fly, that you're ready to fly and connect, he will know. No, it's not. No, it's all real life. It's all real. It's an MMO. That's what it is. It's a flying MMO. Every flight, almost all these planes are people. No, all the planes are in the locations where the people flew last time online. If that makes sense. So this plane here, this Comanche, it's gonna be here now, sitting here until someone comes and gets a job out of this airport and take it out of here. Until someone does that, this plane's gonna sit here. Even if you stay here for a year, this plane is gonna sit here for a year. But this plane has an owner, so the owner might wanna take the airplane out of here. Yes, that's what I like about it. It's all live. It's all online. It's an MMO. It's a flying flight simulator MMO. So everything that we do happens in real life in their world there for everybody. So this plane is here now available for anyone in an FSEconomy environment or server to rent it and fly. But if they want to rent this plane, they're gonna fly it out of here. Oh yes, you can. Yeah, you can. You can always. You don't need to fly on FSEconomy. Yeah, for sure. I'm still gonna do flights out of FSEconomy because if I'm gonna depend on FSEconomy to fly the Learjet and the Falcon, oh, this is gonna take forever, right? Not to mention the Airbus, and so I'm still gonna be flying outside FSEconomy. It's just nice when you're in the mood, right? And like I said, I'm not in a rush to become a millionaire. It's not that they're gonna give me the money anyways. So not in a rush to make lots of money. But it is awesome. It's pretty cool. And you were saying if you have, even if you have a livery, if you have a paint on a plane that they have in the database, but it's not on their database, you have to send them a request to add to their database, or else the system won't recognize your plane. So let's say they have the A2A PIPER Comanche, which is this plane. But if I have a special livery, I have to send it to the server, a request to the server to add it to their system, or else when I load my livery, the server won't recognize. But it's very well explained. It's just a very big guide. Their official guide is it's kind of a long guide. So do it when you have time. It's not, oh, I'm gonna subscribe, I'm gonna register, I'm gonna start flying like in half an hour. You won't. And it's important to read, especially when you are choosing jobs, because you could lose money, like a lot of money on jobs. It's not you need to put some thoughts when you're choosing a job and when you're selecting an aircraft where you're gonna be flying to use that job for that job. So yeah, it's well worth it to read their guide. Their guide's gonna go through everything you need to know. I didn't watch anyone because I thought about watching. Then I did some search on YouTube, and it was always like a maximize your profits. How you should be flying FSEconomy. What you should be. No, I don't care about that. I want to know how to make it work. I don't want anyone telling me how to do it, how to fly, like with jobs too. I'll that I figure out myself. I want to fly the way I want, right? I don't want to fly the way someone's telling me to fly. That doesn't make much sense in my mind. But and I'm 100% sure that you feel the same. You want to fly the way you want to fly. You want to choose the jobs that you want to choose and fly the planes that you want to fly, not what someone is telling you to do it. So I gave up. I said, you know what? I'm just gonna read their official guide, and I just read the guide, and everything worked perfectly. Yeah, but the good thing about the GAs, you file VFR precision. You fly VFR, yeah, man, it doesn't matter. Right? As they all have the same switches. If you have a Cessna, if you have a Piper, you have a Beechcraft, man, just go for it. Yeah, don't do it on FSEconomy. Not the first one for sure, because you don't want to lose the flight and you're gonna pay for the fuel, right? If you screw it up. But don't get too much. Oh man, just go for it. I told you once, that's the beauty of the simulator. Just go for it, man. And of course, you don't have to fly on VATSIM if you're flying on FSEconomy. I choose to because I like to fly on VATSIM, but you don't have to. You just have to fly and have the tracker, their ACARS or whatever, the software that's tracking your flight on. That's all you need. You don't need to taxi. You can start from the runway. You can do all kinds of stuff. I personally do it properly, other than here that I'm just parked on the side of the runway. But it's just because there's nowhere to go. So I but other than that, I pay for all the fuel that I actually burn on the run up, taxing. I start the software when it's time to start, right before starting the engines. I don't. I like to do it. Even though I know I'm losing a little bit of money, it doesn't matter. But yeah, take a look. If you ever need any help, leave a message on the comment section. I'll help you out. Yes, yes, I can even right away tell you this is their operations guide here. Oh yeah, anytime precision. Don't be shy. Anything. If you ever need anything, that's their official operations guide. You read this guide. You don't need to read the part that talks about buying an FBO because you won't have money for that at the beginning. So buying an aircraft, that kind of stuff, you don't have to. So for the more in that stuff, you don't need to. You don't need to. But follow follow the manual and stop when it gets to FBOs and paying for stuff and buying stuff because that's not pertinent for the beginning anyways. Yeah, but read it. It's all you need. Like I said, I just read this manual. The operations guide, their official operations, was enough for me to get it going, and I understand everything that happens in a thing. Yeah. You don't need to, if you don't want to, try to find the guy that works best on YouTube that is actually talking about what you want to learn. Don't, yeah. Just read that and that's it. It's all you need. With that being said, but yeah, let me know if you need anything. I should yeah, if you need anything, drop me an email. My email is the same as the name of the channel here, Gmail. So if you ever need anything, just drop me an email. Yeah, thank you so much. I was very happy to see you. It was great. Like we were talking and flying. This was awesome. It was just awesome. It was perfect. Thank you so much for showing up, and I really appreciate it. I'm glad that you enjoyed, and I'm gonna, now that I got everything sorted out, I'll be doing, if you think it's nice and everything, I'll be doing more FSEconomy. Yeah, nice. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna be doing more FSEconomy, and yeah, but still flying all the other stuff too. Oh yeah, don't no. Oh, you're more than welcome. It's a pleasure, really, to help with whatever I can. Don't worry about it. Anytime. So yeah, thank you so much. I hope you enjoy the rest of your. Oh wow, yeah, it's late already for you there. The rest of your evening, and I'll yeah, hopefully we'll see. We're gonna be able to talk again on the next stream. If not, whenever we have a chance. I hope you stay safe there, and your family and everybody stay safe, and I will see you next time. And for anybody else, everybody else that is watching the VOD, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your support. If you have any questions, comments, ideas, anything, concerns, please let me know. Drop a message, drop a comment in the comment section there. I'll be more than happy to read and reply. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Precision, again. Thank you, Ligame, for watching. I really appreciate every single gesture of support. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys next time. Enjoy the rest of your day, evening, week, or weekend. Thank you very much. Bye bye.